welcome to the 30-day ab challenge video. So if you go to my website, rachelsilvermanfitness.com, click on shop, click on workout downloads, and then you can download the PDF that has the ab exercises, how many reps you're going to do each day. This video, I'm just going to quickly run through them all so you have a brief idea of what they all are, so that in case you want to do them before I get to them, you know how to do all of them. I will do them on my Instagram stories each day as well, so you can also take a look at that to see the form and to see how many reps. But I would go again to the website, download the PDF so you know how many reps. So this ab challenge is harder, more challenging than my other ab challenges because the previous ones we did 100 reps and we just did one exercise each day. But now we're total each day doing 200 reps, and it's usually a combination of 2 or 3 different exercises. So again, top to bottom, we're going to run through the exercises today. There's quite a few, as you can see. So this will just help give you an idea in case, sometimes people name exercises differently. We all have different names. Also, I'm sporting one of my Tap Cancer Out shirts. I have many. As you guys know, or you might not know, I'm a Tap Cancer Out ambassador. And it's a jiu-jitsu organization, and we raise money and fundraise money to help cancer fighting organizations and charities. So I have a big event coming up in December. It's Global Grappling Day. My friend Winnie and I, we will be rolling for 60 minutes straight. So check out my Instagram, Rachel_yoga. And if you click on that link in my bio, you can make a donation to Tap Cancer Out and help support Winnie and I as we roll for 60 minutes straight, December 12th, Global Grappling Day. But you can make a donation now to help us reach our fundraising goal. So again, that's just a little side note. Also, make sure when you're doing the 30-day ab challenge that you tag me, Rachel_yoga on Instagram. Share your progress, share how you're feeling with all the exercises. So that being said, first exercise is just a basic crunch. Okay, so feet are going to be hips width distance on the floor, fingertips behind your head, and then you crunch and you try to lift your head and shoulder blades off the ground using those upper abs, not cranking on the neck. You can also do arms across your chest. You don't have to do hands behind your head. The next exercise on our list is bicycle crunches. So legs start at tabletop, hands behind your head. You twist opposite elbow to knee and really focus on that twist from the obliques. Again, not just the arms, but moving your whole waist. You can modify by leaving out the legs and just going side to side. Next exercise, we're going to come up into a plank. Any plank exercise that we do can always be modified on the knees. Keep that in mind. Okay, for this first one, plank shoulder taps. Your feet are about as wide as your mat, and then you're going to tap opposite hand, opposite shoulder. Each hand counts as one. So same thing with the bicycles or anything that's one-sided. Each side counts as one. So if we do 50, it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, okay, just so you get the idea. Now, if you're modifying, again, you would be in a modified plank on your knees, and you would still do the plank shoulder taps. Now, next exercise, Russian twist. So some of these exercises, you can add in weights if you want. You do not have to. Everything can be done body weight. The body weight version, hands in prayer. If you want to hold a weight or a ball, hold it at your chest. Lean back, abs in, twist side to side. Feet can be down or extend your legs up for that added challenge. Again, each side is one. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then follow the PDF to know how many reps. Now for our side crunches, we're going to lay all the way down, drop the knees all the way to one side, both hands behind your head, keep looking up to the ceiling, and then you crunch. So when I go the other way, if it says 25 each side, I would do all 25 on one side, and then drop my legs to the opposite side to do all 25. Now, the next one, leg raises, hands beside your hips, straight legs, feet flexed, lower them down as low as you can without arching your lower back, and then lift the legs back up. If you find your back is arching, modify the range of motion. Maybe only go halfway down. If it's really bothering your back, you can put your hands in a diamond under your back for a little extra support as you lift those legs up and down. Good. After the leg raises, the next one is scissors. So hands behind your head, legs back up, toes pointed, head and shoulders off the ground, lower one leg at a time and alternate. And you just go based on your flexibility, right? You can also bend the knees, you can modify the range of motion, you can keep your head on the floor. If it's too much for your neck, keep your head down as you do those scissors. Now on our list we have some more planks. So mountain climbers and some of these cardio ones, you can go as fast or as slow as you want. Slower sometimes is more for strength and toning, and faster is more for cardio, which is also good, right? Because cardio gets our heart rate up, helps burn fat around the abs. So the mountain climbers, if it doesn't say twisting, then you're just going to assume it means straightforward mountain climbers. You're in your plank, one knee at a time, come straight forward. Again, as fast or as slow as you want, pulling it right between those arms. Now next, number 4 side crunches. I call it that because your legs, they look like a number 4, one ankle across, like a number 4 stretch. Okay, opposite hand behind your head. I like to use, if my right leg's across, my right hand to push the leg away, and then I twist my shoulder over to the knees, not just my elbow, because I really want to get those obliques. And then if I were to go to the other side, I would twist and crunch to the opposite side. That's our number 4 side crunch. Next, we have heel tap crunches. Feet further apart is easier. Feet closer together is harder because you have to reach further, right? If it's here, it's easier for me to reach, but if it's here, I have to go even further. So you can adjust where the feet are, lifting the head and shoulders up, and then going side to side. Each side is 1, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. If you need to support your head, hands behind your head, tap 1, put the hand behind the head, tap the other heel, right? So that way you can always keep one hand behind your head. Next, after our heel tap crunches, alternating V-ups. So this one's a pretty challenging one, so I'll give you some options. Feet hips width, arms overhead. As you sit up, when it says alternating, that means we're going to do one leg at a time. So we're going to sit up and touch one foot, and then lower all the way down. Sit up, touch the other foot, lower all the way down. Each one is 1. Now, one modification is just to crunch and come halfway up and not sit all the way up, right? You could still lift the leg, crunch, and lower down, or you could try bending the leg. You could hug it into your chest and bend the leg to sit all the way up, and then you could do the same thing on the other side. So you have a couple modification options there. Now, after the alternating V-ups, over-unders, which is going to be similar to flutter kicks. Oh, I skipped something, that's why. Flutter kicks is actually next, good, because those are similar. So, hands under the hips, head and shoulders up if you can, straight legs, toes pointed, little baby flutter kicks. The lower you go, the harder it is. So, you can modify by bringing it up here. You can also keep your head down, right? If your neck starts to get tired, just put your head on the floor. It's still challenging. That's our regular flutter kicks. Next, after flutter kicks, let's see where we are on this line. Reverse crunches. Make sure to keep where we're at here. All right, and again, some of these you're going to see repeated on the PDF, and that's just so you can see as the month goes on as you get stronger. Sometimes it might be different or same amount of reps, but you will see some of these exercises a couple times throughout the month. So, reverse crunches, legs up, hands by your side, just the hips are going to lift. You're going to push straight up to the ceiling and lift the hips. Try not to swing it over your head as best possible, just go straight up. It could be very little. It doesn't have to be huge. That's going to really tap into those lower abs. After reverse crunches, now we've got twisting mountain climbers. So similar to our regular mountain climbers, except you're going to go opposite knee to elbow, so you're going to hit more of those obliques. You can go fast or slow. Each side counts as 1. Boat crunches. So I call it boat because I teach yoga. So if you've done yoga, you know what boat pose is. Some people call it in and out crunches, things like that. Okay, so you have 2 options for the boat crunches. Hands behind you, legs up, especially because we're doing a lot of reps, you might decide you like this version better. Or if you start to feel it too much in the hips, you can put your hands like this. You lean back, extend the legs, sit back up, pull the knees in. So the legs go in and out and the torso moves. You can also do it without the hands. This is harder. Don't lay all the way down, right? It's not a V-up. We're just leaning back and then pulling it back in. So you can do a mix of both on that one and see how you feel. Now, the next one is one of my favorites. It's a straight leg bicycle. So the modification for the straight leg bicycle is just to go back to the regular bicycle. If your hamstrings do not allow you to do that straight leg version, stick with your regular bicycle crunch. So the difference here is that we have straight legs, we scissor them, and we twist opposite elbow, opposite knee. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's how we count everything that is alternating like that. Now, the next one is our regular V-ups. So the modification for regular V-ups could be to go back to the alternating V-ups or to do a bent leg version as well, or just a crunch. So the full V-up is everything's extended, and then you sit all the way up, touch your toes, and then you lay all the way back down. Ideally with straight legs, and everything comes up at the same time. Modification, bend the knees, hug the knees into that boat pose position, and lay all the way down. Or another modification could be just to crunch part way, or to go back to those alternating V-ups. So keep in mind, I understand V-ups are tough, right? Maybe you do as many as you can, and then you add in those modifications where you need them. All right, now over-unders, which I had mentioned earlier, is like the flutter kick. Same body position, except that instead of going up and down, you're gonna go over and under, right? You're gonna alternate, crisscross your feet. That's our over-unders. Okay, so everything else is the same as the flutter kicks. You can put your head down, you can lift the legs up higher to modify, but you're going over and under, crisscrossing. Now we've got another plank position, but this one, when it says plank alternating leg lifts, we're going to do it on the forearms. Now, if you like to do it on the hands, you're more than welcome to come up to the hands, but for a lot of the planks, we're going to be on the forearms. So you're in your plank position, and you're going to alternate one leg up, and then the other leg up. Flex the foot, squeeze your glute. You do not have to go fast, you do not have to go high. You can also modify on your knees. Kick one leg back, kick the other leg back for that modified plank. Good, all right, next ones, we're gonna lay back down for the next few. Toe touch crunches is another one where if you wanna add a weight, you can hold a weight or you can just do body weight. Both legs straight up in the air and you reach for those toes. Lifting the head and shoulders up, again, optional if you wanna hold on to a weight. So that's the regular toe touch crunch. Now the alternating toe touch crunch, head and shoulders are up the whole time, tap opposite hand to foot. And if you can't reach, tap the leg. If your hamstrings are tight, bend the knees. You can always bend the knees on anything that has straight legs. All right, sprinter sit-ups. This one is tough, like those alternating V-ups. Hands are behind your head. As you sit up, you bend one knee and twist, opposite elbow to knee. So it's like a bicycle, but you're gonna sit all the way up to twist. So one option to modify, you don't have to come all the way up. You can just bring one knee in and twist like that. Or you can go back to regular bicycles. That's still a good modification if you don't want to do the full sprinter sit-up. Double crunches is a tough one, but another one that I love. It's a reverse crunch and a regular crunch put together. Hands behind your head. You lift your head and shoulders up, hold it there, lift the hips and lower down. Lift the head and shoulders, lift the hips and lower down. Okay, you can modify with bent legs, but that's your double crunch, working the upper and the lower abs. Now we have traditional sit-ups, feet hips width. You have lots of options. You can do whatever you want with the arms. Hands behind your head and you sit up, right? Or you can do arms across your chest and sit up, or you could just reach the arms forward. That often helps too, to help pull you up a little bit for that traditional sit-up. Now, starfish crunches, some people call it an X crunch. I call it like a starfish because you look like a star. You're in an X or a star position here, and then you sit up, grab your knees. You're gonna come all the way to a ball and try to balance with your feet off the floor. So extend all the way to the floor, make an X, and sit back up. Make a star, grab your knees, pull yourself up to help you come up to that ball and balance on your sit bones. Next, butterfly crunches. So you're laying on your back, feet are in a butterfly position, hands behind your head. We have lots of variations, but for the purposes of the ab challenge, we're just going to do the full version where the knees and elbows try to touch, and then you tap your toes and head down. Knees and elbows touch, tap the toes and head down, trying to maintain that butterfly shape with the legs. You can modify by leaving out the legs and just doing the crunch, holding the legs on the floor in a butterfly. All right, I know I'm moving fast, but remember, you can go back to my Instagram stories every single day and find me doing these moves starting on September 1st. But this is just to give you a preview of how to do each exercise, because we've got a lot on here, right? But we're more than halfway. So, suitcase crunches. This is one I like to use a weight, but you don't have to. So when we lay down, if you're using a weight, you're gonna hold that dumbbell in your hands, bring it to your shins or your knees, curl up into a little ball, and then extend it out and put your head down. Now, if you're not using the weight, you're just gonna grab your shins and then extend everything out as low as you can with the legs, head down. Lift your head up, curl up into a little ball, and then extend it out as you put your head down. Higher up is easier with the legs, lower is harder, right? Curl up into a ball and extend, like you're opening and closing a suitcase. Again, weight is optional if you wanna add that weight. Now, next one is not so hard. It's just that when you do a lot of reps, that's how you'll start to feel it. We're gonna be on our hands and knees and tabletop. This is a move we do in yoga a lot as well, and Pilates. Opposite arm and leg. It's called tabletop knee to elbow. That's how I wrote it on the 30-day ab challenge. Right arm forward, left leg back, and you crunch knee to elbow. So when you just do like 2 or 3, it's not so bad. But when you do 50 on each side, you're really going to start to feel it, right? So then you do the other side. Same thing, however many reps it says on the challenge. Next, we'll have our regular plank. If it just says plank on there, that means just holding your forearm plank. And it says how many seconds. So you set your timer, or you can count really slow. Then we also have a side plank. You can do your side plank on your forearm or up on your hand. That's up to you. And you can always modify with the knee down as well. And same thing, just hold it as many seconds as it says on the challenge. Then we have where it says plank side toe taps. So we're going to come back to our forearms. This one is kind of like the alternating leg lifts, except we're going to tap the foot to the side. Usually just about as wide as your mat, maybe right off your mat. See how I'm going to the edge of the mat? Just past it. Not too wide. Each leg counts as 1, right? 1, 2, 3. That's how you would count. Now, alternating side crunches. So we're going to lay back down, bring the feet back to hips width, hands behind your head. As you crunch, twist to one side, lower down. Crunch, twist to the other side. That is our alternating side crunch, hitting those obliques. And then we've got a few more plank exercises. So when it says side plank hip dips, choose your side plank from the hand or the forearm, from the feet or from the knees, right? So you got lots of options. And then hand on the hip and dip your hips up and down, however many times it says on that ab challenge. And then you flip and do the other side. Now when it says twisting plank hip dips, so when it doesn't say side plank, that means we're on both forearms, right? The last one was side plank hip dips. This one is twisting plank hip dips. You're in your forearm plank, feet together, and you twist your hips side to side. You keep your feet pretty much in the middle, and you move your hips and twist your waist. This one is really great for that waistline, for that muffin top. Then for the plank jacks, I like to do it on my hands. Some people prefer still to stay on the forearms, right? Any plank that we do on the hands can be modified on the forearms too, right? Whatever's better for your wrists. But for that one, it's like a jumping jack in your plank. You hop your feet out and in. Okay, now your modification is to go back to those alternating side toe taps. So if for any reason you can't jump or it just becomes too much, you modify with your alternating side toe taps. We only got 3 left, we're almost there. All right, plank knee to elbow. That means we're back on our forearms and you're gonna squeeze same side knee to that elbow. Left knee to the left arm, right knee to the right arm. It doesn't have to actually touch, but get as close as you can. Some people call this a Spider-Man plank, same thing. All right, 2 exercises left. Reverse crunch to a leg raise. So that one we lay back down, it's a combo move. You do 1 leg raise, and then lift the hips, reverse crunch. So remember, for the combo move, each one is 1. So we go leg raise, reverse crunch, that's 1. Leg raise, reverse crunch, that's 2, because it's a combo move. Final exercise, here we go. Side plank crunches. I like to keep my knee down for this one so it's easier to balance. You're gonna extend the top arm and leg, crunch your knee to elbow and extend it out. So you're gonna feel the obliques and the butt working, right, those glutes. If you wanna do it from your full side plank, come up to the foot. You can be on the hand or the forearm. It's much harder to balance. Knee to elbow and extend, right? Knee to elbow and extend. So if you want that challenge, do it on the foot, okay? That's it. So I know that was so fast, right? But that was just to give you a little preview of all the ab exercises that we're gonna do throughout the 30-day challenge. So check out my Instagram stories each day to see it. But if you wanna get a head start, get a head start. Again, crunches, bicycle crunches, plank shoulder taps, Russian twist, side crunches, leg raises, scissors, mountain climbers, number 4 side crunches, heel tap crunches, alternating V-ups, flutter kicks, reverse crunches, twisting mountain climbers, boat crunches, straight leg bicycle crunches, V-ups, over-unders, plank alternating leg lifts, toe touch crunches, alternating toe touch crunches, sprinter sit-ups, double crunches, sit-ups, starfish crunches, butterfly crunches, suitcase crunches, straight leg crunches. Oh, I missed that one. See, good thing I'm reviewing for you. The straight leg crunch actually means both legs straight out on the floor and keeping them down. Hands behind your head, and then you crunch like this. And you just lift your head and shoulders up, okay? Good thing I reviewed that for you guys. And let's see, after the straight leg crunch, we had tabletop knee to elbow, plank side toe taps, alternating side crunch, side plank hip dips, twisting plank hip dips, plank jacks, plank knee to elbow, reverse crunch to leg raise, side plank crunches. So I feel like I got a nice variety of ab and core exercises for you guys, a variety of plank moves and crunch moves, obliques, and six-pack abs and all of that. So I hope you enjoy the 30-day ab challenge. Make sure you print the PDF so you know how many reps to do of each exercise, and you can follow along and tag me on Instagram, Rachel_yoga, and we will start September 1st if you want to do it with me. And subscribe to my YouTube channel, Rachel Silverman Yoga, as well.